Alright, finally getting my walk-in cooler done. Just now got it all swept out, so all the tools are still out, but it's a 6x8 shed, 7-foot tall ceilings. I've had it running all day today. I've also been in and out of it all day. It's 105 right now, and it's at 61 right now. It's been hovering about 43, so it's when I'm not in and out of there, it's about 43. So it's been able to get it about 60 degrees lower in there than outside. So it's not down in the mid to low 30s like I was hoping. So here's the door I came up with. That was kind of one of the main issues I was having, is how do you make a airtight door. So when I framed it out, when I was putting this insulation on here, it's 1-inch foam board, I let it stick out some, so then when this one closes, then it seals up pretty nice. I made a really tight fit on the door. I just have a temporary handle on there for now. But it does seal up pretty tight, so better than I was expecting. Here's the cooler setup. So the air conditioner, that's a 10,000 BTU. And so here's the two Inkbird controllers. So this one here is the temperature I want it set at. So I want it to be 30 degrees in here. It's currently 65. And so this sensor here is sensing the room. And then this one here comes over to this little light bulb. So the sensor from the air conditioner comes out, and I have it taped to the light bulb. So whenever it's above 30 in here, this light bulb comes on, warms up that sensor, and makes the air conditioner think it's a lot warmer in here than it is. So then the air conditioner will keep going. Even though it's set at 62, that'll keep going down to 40 something. But when you're doing that, it'll make the coils freeze. So that's what this one's for. So this one here is plugged into here. No, yes. So this one, whenever the coils get to 32 degrees, right about when they freeze, then it will shut this one off. So then the air conditioner shuts off and lets the coils thaw. So I have seen it do it a couple times, so it's working really well. So the sensor for this one comes over and is in the coils, and sensor for this one is in the room here. So far that's been working well. And this is just my sensor for the thermometer that's outside, so I don't have to open the door to make sure that the temperature is correct in here. I do plan to put a vanity, kind of a sink right here with a countertop, maybe on that back wall, that way, and put some running water in here, so then I can process meat, wash my hands and all that. I just have an LED light up here with a switch, so I wired it all up. And then here's my system I came up with for hanging meat. It's just some strut, obviously some used strut that I had laying behind the barn, but then I took just little pieces of metal here. Here, I'll just pull it out of there. Oh yeah, there's a couple of those extra pieces of metal. Forgot I put those in there. So it's just a little square piece of metal, and then I welded that hook to it. Now I can put those wherever I want, depending on what size meat and how many animals I'm hanging. It'll mostly be rabbits and chickens through here, sometimes some goats and pigs, cow, deer, elk. So then I can hang different stuff on here, and they are very strong. I was hanging on that earlier. So it's 2x4 walls with R13 bat insulation, and then this 1-inch foam board on there. And then I use that aluminum tape in all the corners and seams. The floor is also insulated. I have 2x6 floor, and put I think R19 on that, so that is insulated. That's what made the cooler so tall. And then I went around and foamed all the gaps anything where I didn't cut it real great. Super tight. So far it's working well. I expect it tonight to actually get down to the low 30s when it's not so hot out, but it's 105 degrees out, and this thing got down to, it was hovering at 43 earlier. So I'll call that a win. If I can process meat when it's 105 out and get it down to 43, that's a whole lot better than what my other options were before this cooler. And then at night, I'm hoping it'll get down to the low 30s. So far, it's been a lot of work, but I think it's been worth it. So, excuse me, I've got a bunch of animals out there in the pasture ready to try it out. A couple pigs, a whole bunch of chickens, a whole bunch of rabbits, a few goats. Got a lot of stuff ready to come through here. Gonna pick up a used vanity off of Facebook Marketplace. So that has a sink on it and the countertop. So, and then I've got another piece of countertop I'll extend over probably this back wall so the door's easy to open. But then we can actually have running water and everything in here too.